I get asked a lot about the arrow setup I use, so I thought I'd talk to you guys a little bit about my arrows, why I shoot them, and what they are. These are some Grizzly Stick prototype arrows that I've helped design. I've been working on this design for a couple of years, but what it is I want my arrow to penetrate regardless of what I hit. I need to rely on it when I pull up on an elk. I want to shoot that elk, whether that elk moves, jumps, I screw up the shot, whatever happens, I want to be able to make sure I can get good penetration and the best possible chance of recovery on that elk. I do everything in my power to be an excellent shot. I may not be the best, but I'm pretty good. With this arrow, when that doesn't pan out, if the animal moves, or say I'm tired or I got my pack on and I screw that up, this is what I call a plan B arrow. By plan B, it's a backup plan. Meaning, if for whatever reason your shot doesn't hit where you want, it will do the most damage possible. I can break a shoulder, quartering away, I don't have to worry about hitting a rib. Quartering two, I don't need to pass that shot up because I'm confident this arrow will penetrate and still get both lungs every time. In the past 2 weeks I've killed 2 bulls. One was quartering to me, the other one was quartering away. Both hit the offside rib. No issues with penetration. The animal died quickly, and I didn't have any long track jobs. This arrow here, there's a couple nice features about it. It's got a forged broadhead. I don't know if you know what forging is all about, but it's basically the strongest steel you can get. They take 440C steel and they forge it with a 40-ton press. What that does for you is it allows these broadheads to stay sharp even after they hit bone. This arrow right here, you can see it's still bloody. It went through this bull, broke ribs on both sides, and I could still shave hair with that broadhead. You need a broadhead that stays sharp on the inside, not just to start out with. This forged steel allows that. Another thing, I'll grab a clean arrow so you can see it a little better. What's unique about these arrows that I've been working on with Grizzly Stick is we've got an insert-outsert that goes in along with a 1-inch footing on the inside of the arrow, so that's all solid to really help shore up that front end, as well as an outsert that slides over. It's a design I came up with where we actually machine this outsert and then the two fit together and is all fit in place with a very strong 24-hour epoxy. What that does, it eliminates any possibility for the front end of this arrow to come apart. The front end is the weakest part in an arrow, especially when you get sideways torque hitting that bone. It won't break off the front of that carbon now. This is a tapered woven carbon shaft, so there's a lot of benefits to being tapered, but most of the flex, if you'll notice, takes place in the back end. That reduces shaft drag, and it also reduces the possibility of any deflections. I don't have to worry about those quartering 2 shots deflecting and going down the side of the rib cage like you do with a lot of parallel shafts and ones with lower forward of center. The other thing that this insert system that I've designed helps with is it gives you more forward of center. These are prototypes now. We'll see what the finished product ends up being, but right now this insert system weighs 125 grains itself. So right there, that bumps your forward of center quite a ways up. This particular broadhead is a 150 grain Monarch. You can put whatever weight broadhead on there you want, but it gives you a lot of potential for a lot of forward of center. I talk about in my book all the benefits of forward of center, but definitely something we as bow hunters want. And with all that forward of center, it allows me to use smaller vanes. Therefore, I get less wind deflection at longer ranges. I've shot these out to 100 yards in the wind, and I can tell you it's very minimal, the amount, even with broadheads, that I get wind drift. So that basically sums it up, guys. I'm just looking for an arrow that I can count on 100% of the time. I'm not looking for the latest, greatest, fanciest, who's got the biggest ad campaign. All I want is an arrow that I pull up I don't have to think about. I can shoot that animal and it gives me the most shot opportunity possible. As bow hunters, that's what we need to look for. Good hunting.